Hey YouTube, it's Aiden here. I am in a stream of making videos, so I figured I would make one today for my personal channel. Um, I have I had a very brief discussion with somebody shortly, um, not too long ago, um, and it was pretty much discussing. I'm going to expand what we actually discussed, but it pretty much talked about how being unhappy is almost like the one thing people tend to relate to rather than being happy. Um, I feel like people relate to people who are suffering or in pain because we've all felt that way before in our lifetime. And when people are happy, people tend to get made fun of or almost looked down upon because you're happy. And we just briefly talked about how it's pretty much easier to relate to someone in pain because it's so much easier to show somebody in pain, um, and to get a connection with that person who's watching or experiencing it with them rather than show somebody who's happy and get that person watching or experiencing to be happy with them. um, Almost like it's shameful to be happy, um, so much to the point that people are happy in their lives but focus on these negative things or these things that they want that they can't have and make their happiness not as elevated. They almost downgrade their happiness just to be not happy completely. I don't know if you guys are following this, but like, for example, okay, everybody wants to be a celebrity, right? Everybody wants to be a celebrity, or everybody, if you don't have celebrities like we do in America, if you're in Europe, everybody wants to be royalty. Everybody wants to be a king or a queen or a prince or whatever. Um, and it's like even those princes and queens and celebrities or whatever, even they have things that they want to change, right? Like nobody can be content. You can have all the money and all the men or all the girls or whatever car you want. You can have an awesome relationship with your family, you know what I mean? But then, like, people reach for things, like, okay, well, I got a great family and I got all this money and I got 5 cars and a big house and 3 maids and a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or, you know what I mean? But I just can't go to the moon, man. And I just want to go to the moon. There's something inside me that just wants to go to the moon. You know what I mean? Like, you have everything and you want to go somewhere that is just, you can't go. You want something you just can't have. So instead of just kind of saying, you know what, I can't have that. You know what I mean? You focus on, and so instead of saying you can't have something and admitting it, you focus on this like pain instead of focusing on the happiness. You know what I mean? Like our society teaches you that if you're not in pain or if you're not struggling, then you're not living. You know? Um, like, how come it's so hard to relate to somebody who's happy? Or how come when people are happy, you have to downplay their happiness? You know what I mean? How come you can't just be poor or middle class or even upper class and you have a car that gets you around? Great. You live in a apartment or a room. Okay, great. You know what I mean? You have friends. Awesome. Your family loves you. Cool. But no, you know what I mean? Like, you can. I'm not saying it's not good to have goals and to strive to have a better life, but to weigh yourself down and just focus on the pain of that stuff is like, what a waste of time. What a waste of a day of a life. Um, I'm, and I'm not perfect. I suffer from this stuff too. You know, I almost feel like I used to think that only if you suffered do you deserve the happiness. If you're born happy, well, screw you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't deserve it. Only people who suffer deserve to be happy. And that's a bunch of bullshit. And I know it. But again, I'm only human, so it's hard for me to even practice what I preach. But I think I'm really going to start focusing on just being happy with myself and still having goals to obtain. I want a body like a mother effer, like, you know, what you see on TV and what you see in the magazines. I don't have it, but I've grown a lot with my body since I started transitioning and working out, period. So I'm going to start focusing on the fact that I'm a lot happier than I was then. So why be miserable still? But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop working out, or, you know what I mean? I'm going to continue to strive to be better, but I'm not going to hate myself for not being the top of the fucking totem pole, okay? I want a nice house. I honestly, if my dream house would be upstate New York, like on land, a nice, just 2-story basic house. Like I don't need a big mansion. I really don't. I think even if I was a gazillionaire, which I can't, I say this now because I'm not a gazillionaire, but I think even if I was, I would just have a nice big house on a beautiful acres of land and streams and rivers and forests and shit. Um, but I have an apartment that I can afford. I work my ass off, which is fine because I love what I do. Of course, I'm gonna strive to get paid more. I'm gonna strive to get a house and start a family. Like I am content with how I'm living, and I'm gonna try my best to become more happy and content with how I'm living. But I'm hoping that by being happy now will help me achieve being happy in the future. Like being good with myself now will get me to being at the top of the totem pole quicker, because I won't have that negative energy like weighing me down. Like I'll be good, so then, if I'm already up here, to get up here is only this difference, all right? But if I'm not good, then I'm all the way down here, and getting up here is gonna take forever, forever. So I'm hoping that, like I said, I don't want to be shameful of my happiness. Like I don't want it to be a bad thing to be happy. You know, like when people ask me how I'm doing, I'm just gonna focus on the positive things. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, no, I'm doing good, but yesterday, kind of sucked because I had to work a lot or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I'm just, and at the same time, I'm not gonna be cocky. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, oh well, yesterday was great. I did this and I did that. And this is what I'm gonna do tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be cocky about it, but I'm just saying, society teaches you that only being negative is good. You know, only being negative is the way to relate to people, and it's not, and it drives me nuts. And I'm telling, when I say I had a short, brief conversation with this person, it was like 4 text messages altogether, maybe 6. Okay, like 3 from me and 3 from them, but it just it amazed, it just really struck a chord with me. Like, people are straight up shameful of being happy. And if you're not, other people hate on you for being happy. It's just crazy. Like, nobody's content with how they're living, and I think people confuse that with, like, wanting to have more, which is fine. I think everybody wants to have more, right? But being okay with where you're at should be good too. You should still, I'm all about goals. You should strive to be the best person you can, however you think that is supposed to be. Whatever image of that best person you have in your brain is, that's what you should strive to be. And, you know, to only watch these shows, or you know, read these articles about sad shit and people doing bad things, or people depressed and stuff, like, you know, to relate to that is great, because then you can help that person who is upset or depressed or in a bad spot in their life. Okay? But to only appreciate the stories of sadness is sad. You know? Here in America, we love happy endings, right? Nobody's gonna sit through a movie where it's happy from the first scene and then happy in the last scene. There's no striving. There's no accomplishments. There's no climax, right? But I think the whole thing is that it was a climax from the beginning. The whole movie was the climax. You know, there was no start and no end. Climax was the whole movie. But nobody would see it. Nobody would see that movie. And it's true, you know. And I do think that coming from something smaller and achieving something does make you appreciate it more. But I think the whole point I'm trying to get across is that you can be happy and content down here. You know what I mean? That you can be that way. It's fine. Okay? Like, don't be embarrassed to be happy for yourself, or you know what I mean? Like, just try to focus on the good shit, you know? Like, all the bad shit sucks. Why do we watch shows about bad shit? About depressing shit? It doesn't make any sense, right? Why do you watch all these movies where everyone's cheating on each other? You want someone to cheat on you? You want to cheat on somebody? Probably not, right? So why are you gonna watch a movie and think that movie's the best shit in the world? You know? You know, you want to do bad things? You want to sell drugs? You want to, like, rob banks? You want to kill people? That's not really cool. I mean, whether it's against the law or not, you know, like, it's not the coolest shit out there, you know? But, you know, like I said, this topic is kind of all over. I don't know if it made a general point, but I think my whole point here is be happy and stop hating on people who are happy, and learn to appreciate where you are in life, and look back to where you were and look at where you're at, and then look at where you want to be, and try to put those all three of those things together so that you can accomplish and appreciate and be happy with who you become and who you are and who you were, you know. um, but shit, if you're watching this video and you made it these 12 minutes and 58 seconds, I want you to leave a comment on what you're happy about today. Like, what happened today that you're happy about? Like, today I got my driver's license. Today I found a $2 bill. Today is beautiful outside. You know what I mean? Today I woke the fuck up. You know? Alright, so personally, today it's raining out. It's been raining out yesterday and today. And I live in Florida, and that doesn't happen too often. But I love the rain now that I don't live up north. The rain is awesome because it never comes. So when it comes, I'm like, yeah, it's rain now. It's awesome. So I'm going to go to the beach on a rainy day. I'm bringing an umbrella, I'm going to wear my boots, and I'm going to enjoy the non-sun and the Gulf Coast, and I'm just gonna love it up. That's what I'm doing today. And like I said, I'm not the happiest person in the world, but I'm gonna try to be. And it's gonna take a lot of time and a lot of effort, but I'm gonna try. And you know, I encourage everyone else to do so. I really do. All right, I guess I'm done ranting. Go out and do something cool today. All right, guys, or you know, stay in, do something cool. But I'll shut up now, and I hope you guys are all doing good. Um, I feel like this video isn't over, but I don't know what else to say, so I'm running out of time too. So peace out. I will talk to you guys later.